Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey, episode 146 in the home studio.
Holy moly.
And there's Chris.
How you doing?
Is Lorenzo here?
He is.
He's here? I don't see him.
He's busy drinking.
He stopped drinking.
No.
Really?
Negative Ghost Rider.
He's drinking water?
Yeah, right.
LaCroix?
Yeah, sure.
Hint?
Yeah.
Ranch water? Ranch water's alcoholic.
Bourbon.
Oh, he's drinking bourbon?
Yeah, bourbon. It's got the distinct color of bourbon.
How did he get the bourbon?
I think somebody
Is that from Dave?
I think somebody.
He's
mailed
not
it to
drinking
him.
Dave's bourbon, is he?
Be. Those bottles.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
They weren't full when we started.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Dave. It was Chris's turn to watch Lorenzo. I watch him all week long.
What are you talking about?
I give you Lorenzo's leash for a couple hours, and look what happens.
I had one job.
One job.
And I failed. Well, he left some for us.
Okay. Well, we did get to thank you, Dave Taylor, MX Racer 093, for sending us bourbon once again.
Yes, sir.
Bourbon for buddies.
Bourbon for buddies.
That's what he called it. So he sent us 6 samples.
Yes.
And labeled it as olive oil. And it made it here safely to California from Michigan.
Nothing broke.
Nope. And so appreciate that. But before we get into the tasting of those 6 great samples that he sent us.
So good.
So good.
What do you think, Lorenzo? Were they good?
Wow.
Really? That's the first time you've spoken and you're going to burp? Wow.
Okay. I gotta say something here. So I don't know. This is a couple episodes ago now that we've stacked up recordings because I'm still in recovery right now as you're listening to this. Hopefully still alive. If I'm not, this is the ghost of Jason.
Not funny.
So there, I joked around. You just won KOH. Where are you going? Disneyland. And I did go to Disneyland.
You did.
Hadn't been to Disneyland in like 10, 12 years.
So I think the last time I was at Disneyland was 2008.
Yeah. So you're in the same boat.
I mean, but I did Disneyland and Disney World in the same year.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
why would you do that?
Because it was the golf industry show was in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
And my employer decided to pay for the whole kit and caboodle for me and my family, so we all just loaded up on the plane.
That was fun, though. I was there at that Disney World adventure.
That was a good trip.
That was fun.
Expensive as hell, but a good trip.
Those were good times when the golf industry was rip-roaring, man.
Oh, yeah.
We hit it right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now we're out. Oh, no, you're still in.
I'm in. But, yeah, I mean, the golf industry show, obviously COVID has taken a big impact on things. But I did, the latest industry show was down in San Diego. I did not go. It was the week right after KOH.
Yep.
I did not go because I figured I needed to be back at work. And but you went back to work for a day.
To Disneyland.
And then you flew down to Disneyland.
So I was expecting the worst, hoping for the best, and it actually was really nice. The weather was ridiculous. It was in the low 80s.
Jeez.
It was shorts weather.
Every day?
Yeah, I did. And not very crowded. I mean, not Disneyland crowded. Yeah, no, it wasn't. And I went with the whole family. It was my aunt's 70th, and she wanted to go to Disneyland. So we're like, okay. And so I flew in, and the airport was not busy. It was great. My flight there was a little delayed.
Orange County?
Yeah. SNA, yeah.
John Wayne?
Yep. John Wayne.
That's a cool little airport.
It is a good airport. And so flew into there a little late. Like I was delayed like 40 minutes because the flight coming in that morning from Oregon or something to San Jose was delayed for whatever reason.
Because somebody was beating up a stewardess.
No, they were having computer problems, and the pilot gets on and he goes, "Yeah, we're having computer problems." I'm like, "Well, that's not good because everything's fly by wire nowadays."
Well, yeah,
literally. And he goes, "We're having to manually enter everything," and I'm like, "Okay, well, hopefully you don't hit the wrong button here, whatever. So
pilot's up there with a laptop coding for the flight.
Whatever. And then you can't drink anymore on the flight, so you can't even do that to numb the pain.
Pre-marinate. That's what happens.
Yeah, I didn't. I was good. I had a cup of coffee. I had a Pete's coffee. Paid like $6 for a coffee or something. And
was it a soft top?
They had Chick-fil-A was open at like 6 a.m. at the San Jose airport. And I thought about it. I thought about having a little chicken and biscuit, but I didn't. I had a Cliff Bar I brought and a $6 cup of Pete's coffee and got onto the flight.
Yeah, Cliff Bar. That's a lump right there.
Yeah. It's nice. I like Cliff Bars. Anyway, so got on the plane, boom, no problem. They couldn't serve even like water or coffee or anything on the flight because it was a bumpy flight. They said it was going to be a bumpy flight.
How many times have we heard that over the last
It was
few
not
years?
a bumpy flight. I call bullshit on that. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that whole minutia, but it's like it wasn't even. There was like 2 bumps and that was it. I'm like, this is nothing. This is like riding on a Toyota over 680.
Well, there you go. On 40s?
On 40s. So, I get there, drop my stuff at the hotel, and immediately walk over to Disneyland, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. And it was they were on Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, where are you at? Pirates of the Caribbean. Damn, that's like my favorite ride.
Yo ho and a bottle of rum.
Yeah, well, they changed it, because cancel culture, where they were chasing the wives or selling the wives too. They had a wife auction in there.
The wenches.
Yeah, the wenches. Yeah. Well, now they're selling chickens. So there you go.
Chickens?
Splash Mountain closed.
Chickens with eggs?
Splash Mountain's closed. The Southern culture's been canceled.
Splash Mountain's been closed.
Yeah. It's been closed for a while, still closed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this was my start. And I'm like, okay, what is open? Anyways, so it was great. Weather was great. So my cousin, Christy, is like militant on this Disney app, and they have these lightning lanes now. When I went last time, it was like Fast Pass.
Right.
And so you can like book one lightning lane for your group at one time. And then once you're ride that ride, you got like an hour slot, and you ride that ride, then you can book another. Right. And she was militant on that. And then, we had the park hoppers. It was like $175 a day between both parks to have it.
Yeah.
So, or $125, but it was $375 for 3 days. Park hoppers.
E-ticket ride.
It's just crazy. But
wait, we just lost a whole bunch of people. They don't know what an e-ticket ride is.
No, they don't. They don't.
Shit.
Anyways, so we talked about that before in a previous podcast.
Did we?
Way back when.
I'm not going to look for that.
We did talk about what
like
an
episode
e-ticket
4
ride is. Yeah, it was pretty much early on.
Yeah, go back and listen to episode 4 and report back to us.
So, anyways, I'm like, okay. And so there's some rides that you have to pay like to get a lightning lane pass.
You're joking.
No, and it was like $7, and I'm like, okay,
what?
$7, whatever. But like to ride the Rise of the Resistance, the new Star Wars land ride, that's like the newest, biggest, baddest ride at I don't know, was it Disneyland or I think it was Disneyland.
You get a lightsaber?
It was Disneyland. No, $20
to do what?
To ride the ride.
What?
Like, or you wait.
It's not included.
Or you wait 110 minutes.
110 minutes. That's 2 hours.
Exactly.
20
120
bucks?
minutes would be 2 hours. So just under 2 hours, you could wait, or you could spend $20 and get right on right away.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I haven't been to Disneyland since 2008.
So it's like, okay, whatever. So we did it, and we walked right onto the ride, and it was pretty freaking big. I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it. It was pretty freaking spectacular. And, what's your time worth at that point? We rode every ride at California Adventure, Disneyland, minus the fairy tale land or whatever, Mr. Toad's.
Did you sailing?
No, I didn't do soaring over California. Did that twice.
Oh, you did that twice.
We did all the big rides at least twice, and some of them 3 times. Rise of the Resistance. So that was the one that you paid $20 extra for, and it was super cool. And I'm like I say, I'm not a Star Wars guy, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool how they
pretty immersive.
Present. Yes, very immersive. You're part of the deal.
Wow.
And
how's the cantina?
Oh, so went to Olga's Cantina. That was cool. $17 drinks, whatever. We went in there.
Money.
No, went in there for the experience. One time had one drink, and then the appetizers. They have like 4 or 5 different appetizers. They're not good. Don't.
So what were the drinks?
Just go in there for drinks. Well, it's like Galactic this or Star Wars that or whatever.
What's in it?
Yeah, there was like
It's all well shit.
There was like their take on a Manhattan that had like some juice in it of some sort. It wasn't good. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Just for Old Elk?
No, they don't have Old Elk there.
They say we don't serve your kind.
No, they don't. But it was a neat environment, to hang out, and there was a huge line. We had reservations, so again, Christy got us reservations, and we had to wait like 10, 12 minutes to get in, and boom, we were in, and had a cocktail and got out of there, and some Galactic whatever it was, like freeze dried vegetables and a charcuterie plate that was very minimal for a ridiculous amount of money.
$100.
It was not right.
Were there aliens in there?
No, there wasn't. The people that were dressed up though. Again, I don't know.
Were they patrons that were dressed up?
No, it was the workers that were dressed up,
okay.
that were part of it. And if you were a Star Wars person, you'd be like, oh my God, that's so-and-so, and this is legit. Yeah. The land is legit. Anyways,
if anything's going to get me back to Disneyland, it would be to go check out the new Star Wars.
You would like it. Yeah, so if you are into Star Wars, that whole land, it's legit. It's like a whole nother world, literally.
I have a car payment now, so I don't know about $175 a day.
and then hotel and all the other stuff. I don't know how a family of 4 does it. But then I will say my favorite ride of all time at between the 2 parks in California Adventure is Toy Story, where you're shooting.
That's fun.
I don't know, it was a hologram, whatever. It's like an interactive video game that you're in.
You have a little gun in the cart.
Yeah, you're shooting pies, you're shooting darts.
Don't they give you tickets at the end or something?
You don't get tickets, but you get a score, and you're trying to get the high score or whatever. But it's super cool. That I rode that 3 times. That was great.
Wreck-It Beckett beat you?
No, I don't know if. I got some pretty high scores, but Christy racked up a high score.
We're supposed to let the kids win.
Well, yeah, I clearly didn't win, whatever, but I was up there. I was competing. I was competitive. And then the other one that I'd never ridden before that used to be Tower of Terror.
Oh, that's a fun ride.
Yeah, so I never rode that. The elevator that bounces, up and down.
Yeah, it's random.
So now it's the Galactic deal. What's that? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, it's been rethemed, so it's sci-fi now.
Yeah, so that's
sucks.
super cool. You walk into a room, and then Rocket the raccoon. Again, I haven't seen the movie. I guess I need to watch the movie now. But it's pretty funny, and then you go in, and so I rode it 3 times.
It's a talking raccoon.
It's a talking raccoon, yeah. And so I rode it 3 times, and they're blasting the music. It's pretty freaking. You're immersed.
Well, and then if the Guardian of the Galaxy deal is like 80s music and
okay,
stuff,
well that's it. Yeah, so there's some rockin' music, and I rode it 3 times, and 3 times we had 3 different songs.
Yep.
And I swear to God, I don't know how I would love, because I love the mechanics of stuff, right? Like, how does stuff work? And I would love to know how that ride works, because it is not your typical elevator.
No,
it's not hydraulic. There's something going on there, and I swear to God,
YouTube is your friend.
You're on your way down, and before you even hit like for it to stop, it's already on its way back up.
Yep.
And it's bouncing, and it's just, you're not on like bungee or anything, but it's stupid how.
Yep.
And luckily I don't get sick, but that's one of those rides that if you have motion sickness, do not ride that ride. That will F you up, man.
Yeah. No, if you're interested in how that, go to YouTube and look that up.
Really?
I believe there's a how that works.
Oh, okay. I would love to know. That's a pretty incredible ride, and they got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of those elevator shafts,
and they're fully random. I mean, no
random.
2 rides are the same.
No 2 rides are the same, and the music was different. And you stop, and then the door opens up, and then they got a scene from the movie and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Do they still have that roller coaster that launches you like a rocket ship?
So that's California? Electromagnetic. Yeah, it was California Screamin', and now it's part of the Incredibles. So whatever, Incredicoaster it's called now. Incredicoaster, and that is super cool. So that ride takes you. I think I was reading it's from 0 to like 60
or 80.
No, it doesn't go crazy fast. I thought it was 80, but it's like 55 or something. But it takes you there in like 3 seconds or something. It's stupid fast.
It's quite the ride.
It's a cool roller coaster. It does, you get inverted. Like
Bullshit.
Tom Cruise. You do a loop and stuff. But that thing is fast. That's a fast coaster and a good ride. What else? You got your classics, Pirates of the Caribbean, like I say, got changed.
Matterhorn.
Matterhorn. That was the first ride that I rode. So they rode Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was like, damn. And then we went immediately over to Matterhorn. I'm like, okay, that's classic. That's a great coaster ride. And they updated that, so the Yeti's like running next to you now.
Oh, so they've themed it similar to that ride in Florida at.
The Animal Kingdom,
the Himalaya thing, whatever they call it, Animal Kingdom, yeah.
So that's a great classic ride. And my other favorite coaster there, I'd say my favorite coaster of all time, second to Matterhorn, is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh, that's an awesome one.
So they updated that one. They got cool electronics at the end of the ride. You got the goat with the dynamite in its mouth,
right?
But then you go in, and the last mine shaft that you go into is all, it looks like, it's on fire, and there's like electrical pulses going up the wires. And then, there's explosions going off that are super realistic while you're in there. And so that they added to that. So that was cool.
Okay.
Updates they did on that one. Anyways, it's cool. It's
Space Mountain.
Oh, of course, Space Mountain's a classics. Didn't do the rockets, though. The circular rocket ride at Tomorrowland, they're still there. They're all updated, but but all the big rides we did, and like I say, at least a couple times. So we got into Club 33.
Yeah, so explain that to me. I mean, I've never been in there, but I've seen the door, and
So it's on Bourbon Street, right there by Pirates of the Caribbean,
right.
where you come out of the Pirates of the Caribbean and you bang a hard left, and there's a door that is the address is 33, and if you look up, that was a significant, on this particular street. I don't have it up in front of me right now, that Walt Disney encountered and was like, we got to recreate this. We need a special place to have lunch, dinner with these special guests, VIP guests that come to Disneyland. So that's how Club 33 evolved. And so you have to be a member or know a member. And
right.
So luckily we knew a member. And it's some stupid amount of money. I don't even want to exaggerate on the numbers,
and
because I've heard, and it's like waiting list for 10 plus years to get on, and then it's a new car.
Well, it's the only place in Disneyland that you can get alcohol.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
Because Olga's Cantina, you can get alcohol now,
that's
and that's
in Disneyland.
That's in Disneyland.
California
That's all.
Adventure.
Yep, that's right. That's all over there by Frontierland. Is Star Wars Land or whatever they're calling it now.
See, I'm outdated.
No, yeah, but California Adventure, you could walk around with beers and stuff.
I've had margaritas in California Adventure.
That's pretty cool. So, anyways, we got in there. And it's cool, obviously you have a reservation and you knock on the door. And
is there a secret knock?
Yeah, there is a secret knock.
Tap, 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 tap.
You
I just gave it away, shit.
You got to sing the Mickey Mouse Club song. MICKY. You have
to put your Annette Funicello mask on.
And so, they're dressed to the nines, come out and greet you and welcome you. And there's a courtyard. that you wait in, and it's cool. It's outdoors, but it's surrounded by buildings there off of the Bourbon Street area, New Orleans area, I should say, part. And so you wait there, and then they come down and escort you up these stairs, and it's super old school, to the nines. So you get upstairs,
Southern
hospitality, and it's like a typical club. You're treated, awesome. And so they welcome you, and you get upstairs, and there's Club 33, in this embossed before the door you go in, and then you go in, and there's rules. There's specific rules that they tell you. There's no video, no photography, because there's celebrities there and stuff on numerous occasions, and dignitaries or whoever.
Do you know who I am?
And they all put their pants on one leg at a time. Yeah, right. Yeah, I said, well, I'm a dignitary. I got a podcast. No. So, so they're like, they show you around, and they're like, oh, well, that's members lounge down there. And there's a huge, well, not huge, but a wine cellar on either side walking through to get to the members lounge. And I'm like, oh, I got to check that out. Well, sir, you cannot go in there, So, okay, well, I'll check that out later then. So then they show you your table, and it's, a pre-fee. We went there for lunch. So it was a 4-course lunch, and it was outstanding. I mean, just super good. And my uncle and I paired it. They had a wine pairing that goes with it. So when you go to somewhere like that, it's like, okay, you're already spending a buttload of money. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Let's go ahead and have the wine tasting. You're going to taste some wines that you never had before.
Sure.
And so it was cool, because typically when you do a wine pairing with that, everybody at your table needs to do it. Well, they didn't have to, because my mom and my aunt didn't do it, but my uncle and I did.
Right.
And it was cool because you from the pre-fee, you have options for your appetizer, for your entree, yes, soup, salad, and then your entree, and then your dessert. And so my uncle had totally different wines than what I had. And he discovered a couple that he really enjoyed, and as did I. I had a lot of whites because I ordered fish, and typically I don't go the white route on wines, and it was really good. Had a Chateau Montelena for the main course.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. And then dessert was a chocolate something, and they served coffee, which I was like, okay, but it was kicked up with Kahlua, and they had their take on this coffee, and it was like, all right, super good. So wonderful meal, and service on the nine. So I had to wander my way into the wine cellar area just to check it out and peruse, because it was pretty quiet. We were towards the end of the lunch shift, which something else that was super cool. The head chef, sous chef, came out, and all the servers, and they were educating the chef, and the sous chef was educating them on the dinner special for that night.
Okay.
And so they had a whole meeting going on. So I was kind of eavesdropping in on that whole deal, which was pretty cool. Because, when I was GM of the country club, and, we'd have meetings like that, obviously not on that caliber of level, but it was similar, and it was just cool to watch and see how they did it, and talk about, what you're educating your staff on for them to describe it to the patrons that night, right? Of
course. Yeah.
So everybody was occupied with that. So I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity to walk into the members lounge and check out the bar and stuff. And man, it's super cool. They got so they got the wine cellar on either side, and, names of people that we would all recognize on in there. And then they got 4 booths that you could just chill at and have cocktails, whatever, a little appy. And then the bar itself is just like killer. And it's all, second story overlooking right there at New Orleans Square, or whatever they call that part of Disneyland. So yeah, and then after we walked out on some of the balconies, very narrow balconies. They have some tables out there for 2,
okay,
because it is narrow. But that would be a killer place to have a little meal as well. But anyways, an experience. If I get to do it again, great. But it's one of those bucket list items
Sure.
to get to go and experience that part of historic Disneyland that you wouldn't do. So I was super grateful and thankful for that. And the person that hooked us up, we took care of him, got him a little bourbon.
Nice.
Old Elk bourbon there.
Yeah, I've never been in Club 33 myself. I mean, there's a few secret areas in Disneyland.
Yeah.
We got inside the castle. There's supposedly a suite you can rent.
Yep.
Very exclusive.
Yep.
Then of course you've got Club 33, and then supposedly, and this is rumor, is there's Walt Disney himself had an apartment on Main Street.
Well, that's true. I've seen it.
Okay.
Been there. And then also the half basketball court inside the Matterhorn. I've
Really?
been there.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. Check it out.
Okay.
Look
I'll
it
have to
up.
look
It's
that
there.
up.
So I got to going to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. We took a field trip to Disneyland. And
Little yellow school bus.
yeah, pretty much. No. But it's cool because we got to, we went in at like 3:00 in the morning or whatever when they're, doing all their maintenance and the landscape aspect is what we were observing. But we got to go up and see the basketball court inside the Matterhorn.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super cool.
Right
Yeah, it's a unique one of those places. I mean, love it or hate it, whatever. It's pretty. It's one of the crazy parts of the world that you got to see, and millions upon millions of people have been there, right?
Yeah.
And,
it's just gotten absurdly expensive. I mean,
it is expensive, man.
but it still
it's
seems
crazy.
to be packed every day. Where are these people coming up with all this money?
I don't
to go?
know. I mean, they must be mortgaging their homes and stuff. I mean, it is crazy, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Our family had a blast. But, it'll probably be another 10, 12 years before I go back. But we made the most of it while we were there. And
Good.
Yeah, stayed at a Marriott that was close by, where we could walk. So didn't have to deal with all the traffic and stuff. But it wasn't that busy, and the weather was great, and Cars Land was awesome. It's cool. So anyways, that's my take on
every
Disneyland.
car is powered by a Mopar.
Yes. Yeah, right. Let me see. I had some notes here.
So I read about
I covered everything.
There's that new experience. I don't know if that's at Disneyland or Disney World, but they have that hotel that's going to be part of Star Wars experience that's going to be like $6,000 a night or something.
Jeez, I don't know.
I mean, I was reading something on the new in one of my news feeds on the phone, and I was just like, "What the hell?"
I don't know about that, but I will tell you. So I had a late flight out of Disneyland that Sunday, and my cousin,
Super Bowl Sunday.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. That's right. And, the Super Bowl was there, in L.A.
In Inglewood.
But luckily, the airport, John Wayne Airport, wasn't the main airport. LAX was the main airport for it. So, but anyways, I flew out at 7:30 or something that night. Majority of the family drove. And so they left. We had a nice breakfast that Sunday morning, and then everybody separated. But my cousin Christy and her husband Aaron and the two kids,
Aaron,
I tagged along. Fifth wheel here, I guess in this instance. His mother-in-law, or no, his mother, I should say, got him hooked up with a cabana at California Adventure or Grand California. Grand California.
The hotel. Yeah.
Hotel. And they're like, "Hey, we got this cabana. You fly out late. You can go chill at the pool." And I'm like, "That sounds awesome." Anybody that wants to do Disneyland and do it right, save the last day to just chill by the pool and just relax. Because you walk, it's like going to SEMA or any of these after going to KOH and then literally walking, freaking 20 some odd miles at Disneyland back and forth for 3 days. It was nice that Sunday just to go there and chill. And then, you got the cabana service. So we had Mai Tais coming.
Nice.
And
God, I haven't had a Mai Tai.
Well, that was it. And I got Mai Tai confused with a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, jeez.
Which Long Island iced teas are horrible.
They're
it's
terrible.
Just 9,000 different alcohols and just
5,
terrible. And they throw a little Coke on top to give it color. Whatever. It's stupid. So I'm like, they're like, hey, you want Mai Tai? And I'm like, no, I don't want a Mai Tai. There's too much. And my cousin's like, no, you should have a Mai Tai. I'm like, all right, let's do Mai Tais. And it was freaking delicious.
Mai Tais are pretty good.
It's like orange flavored, and I'm like, okay. So I had a couple of those, chilled in the pool, hit the hot tub, watched the game, watched halftime, and right after halftime, I had to boogie to the airport because I didn't know how long it was going to take, Uber ride and stuff, and I got to ride in an Infinity on the way to the airport. Yeah, Uber.
An Infinity?
A really nice Infinity. Yeah.
Wow.
And the guy was super cool, and he was hauling ass. I think we were doing like 90 on the freeway.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm not in a hurry. He's like, well, I am. I'm like, okay,
this is how
get me
I
there
drive.
one piece. So I got to the airport like super early because I didn't know what the crowds were going to be like. Walked right through security, and everybody was watching the game that was in there, which was cool. So I hung out and watched the game.
Yeah, because you love football.
Yeah, I love football. So read in between the sarcasm there, but
right.
But it was good. So that, anyways, flew home, done. That was it. But
there you go.
There you go. There's my Disneyland experience.
So that's the hell of an intro into a bourbon tasting for Dave Taylor.
Well, we had to squeeze all this stuff in. We got all these episodes that we're trying to preload.
Yeah, exactly,
we're preloading.
Exactly. So awesome. You kind of inspired me. I'm going to try to, I don't know if I can choke down going to Disneyland, but we'll figure it out. I need to check out the Star Wars experience.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be pretty cool.
If you are a Star Wars person, you would enjoy it.
I love the sci-fi. So I'll talk to my wife and I got 3 kids, but 2 of them are fully grown and moved out.
Well, there you go.
So they can pay their own way.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go? Let's go. Craig just lost his job. So
perfect.
Anybody looking to hire
home?
somebody who knows how to weld? Craig's your guy.
Nice.
Sorry, Craig.
Disneyland's hiring. Everybody's hiring.
Everybody hiring. You can get a job nowhere. No problem.
Nowhere, no how.
So yeah, let's roll. We have a great episode. Jason and I sat down and tasted 6.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 different bourbons.
6 different bourbons, all unique, all above 100 proof.
Oh yeah.
It was nice, and we did a tiny little tasting from each and tried to describe what we were tasting. It's pretty hilarious, so
it's good
hope you
stuff.
enjoy it.
So let's roll into that.
There you go. Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. Here we are. Little bonus content.
Woohoo!
Bonus Bourbon for Buddies content.
From the home studio.
Thank you. Thanks to Dave Taylor.
Dave Taylor, our good friend.
Yes. MX Racer 093 on the old gram there.
Super generous.
Hit him up.
Yep.
Hit him up if you want some good whiskey, because he sent us some nice whiskey here. This is great.
Are they all whiskeys, or are they bourbons and whiskeys?
Well, I'm going to call them all whiskeys because all bourbons are whiskeys, not all whiskeys are bourbons.
True. I just was
so
curious.
I need to look and see what we got here. So he did some. He gave us 6 sample bottles. He did this before.
Yes, he has.
And I actually still have some of those tasters out in the cellar with his notes. So that was a blast. And he said, "Hey, now that you're off the wagon, well, I'm going to send you some stuff that I've been saving up for you." So I'm like, "Hey, right on." So he sent this out. It was like a week and a half or 2 weeks before KOH, and I said, "Hey, we're not going to get to it till after KOH." So now that the dust has settled,
literally,
well, most of the dust has settled. I still have some dust on things from KOH.
There's still dust on the case for the recording.
Oh yeah. My backpack, I blew that off. That's still dusty. Do I just throw all the podcast gear in the backpack in the washing machine? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that would end very well, because you know what, water destroys everything.
Oh, that's right. Water does kill everything, according to Mike from Mike and Max's podcast. They were talking to his buddy.
That
was a campfire talk for another time.
Water kills everything.
So, anyways, so super cool. So he sent 6 samples of some really unique and rare whiskeys here.
Yeah.
And it says, "Caution, not for pussies."
Really?
So here we go.
I got to go.
You gotta go. So
we are trained professionals. Do not try this at home.
Well, no,
we are at home.
Well, we are at home, and this is So we're just going to take some little taste here and give our thoughts. So the first one here is Jay Mattingly, Merchants DOG.
Dog.
So it's a So it's an acronym for something.
Do or
don't
deal or God.
Don't open.
Greatly.
Don't open green. That's what it means. Don't open green.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I'll drink it.
It's a blended store pick.
Okay.
You ready for the proof on this thing? You sitting down?
Yes, I am.
142. Ooh. That's just going to start the cleanser. That's a palate cleanser right there.
I think this is I'm going to predict it's a little hot.
I'm going to let you pour your own poison. I'm just going to take a little sniglet there, and then you pour your own poison, and then let's get our let's see what the nose is like on this thing. Ooh, it smells delicious.
Actually, it does smell really good.
I get a little. Oh, look, you're already tasting. Okay, here we go.
Whoa. Wow.
The look on your face.
I like the nose. It had a little floral, and I caught a little hint of caramel on the
the
nose.
caramel bomb. Yeah, it's high. There's a little burn.
Oh, a little?
Boy, the flavor though, it's
no, the burn is later, but there is a lot of flavor, and there's a lot of caramel again.
Wow. Wow.
I'm getting a little clove, some spices. I like it.
I'm going to try that with a little bit of water just to tone it down a bit.
Oh, I just breathed in when I was getting ready to drink. Man, it's hot.
It is a little hot, but it's a good heat. It's a hurts good, not hurts bad.
Sweet caramel bomb with some cloves and spice. I like it.
Right.
Little chocolate.
Little chocolate? You getting chocolate? You always get a little chocolate.
A little bit. I mean,
okay, I'm gonna try it with a little water to open it up a little bit just to see.
It's good, but definitely cuidado.
Yeah, that is a man's. Wait, I can feel chest hair growing as we speak.
I think all mine fell out.
It's on fire.
My eyebrows just fell out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a little water. Wow, it really intensifies that flavor.
Really?
Yeah, caramel bomb. We need a dropper is what we need.
I can't do more. I'll have to do it another night.
No, yeah, we'll save that one for another. But that is nice. That is very nice.
Yeah, it's definitely approach with caution.
Jay Mattingly, I wish I know he told me, but that was before the dust of KOH. I'm still
right.
But 142 proof. It's a blended store pick. So he's got a buddy that has a store there, I guess, establishment that they get some really good stuff, and they go out and try barrels, and we'll get a barrel for the store. That's their barrel pick, and then bottle it up, and then just like we did for Minden Meats there with the E.H. Taylor.
Right? Yeah.
That was a barrel pick. So okay, so number 2. You ready for number 2?
I don't know.
I think you've had this one before. I know I have. It's a Weller Foolproof.
Oh yeah, no, I have this.
But this is another store pick. He called it Relief and Resource store pick from Fenton, Michigan.
Okay,
114 proof.
Yeah,
so we're getting a little bit more in the wheelhouse now of your liking.
This is
Weller Foolproof.
Price point in the Bay Area right now is about $300 for a bottle of this.
And this isn't, and that's not a store pick. That's just off the shelf.
Correct.
Regular Weller. Okay. I haven't met a Weller I didn't like, so let's see. Wow, I'm getting a little dark cherry right off some dark fruit. I love coming up with this shit.
Well, yeah, I'm getting a little wood.
What are you seeing now? Whoa. Lorenzo, control, Chris. Oh my gosh!
But yeah, there's definitely some fruit in there, some stone fruit. Yeah, definitely good. But
already went off the rails with too little taste.
Well, shit, dude. You start out with 140 proof. I mean, come on, man. Hold on. Now, I'm drinking everything neat. I'm going really easy tonight.
Yeah, we are doing neat. No, I put a little water after trying that first one just to see. But
this has a little bit of a hit of heat right out of the get go. Not. I mean, it's not. It kind of hits you right away
in a good way.
It's yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. But you immediately on the palate. I mean, it's like oily, coats your whole tongue with like this butterscotch, dark fruit goodness.
Yeah.
Dark cherry, I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not getting.
And it's got a long finish.
It does. It's still working.
It is still working. And there's a nice heat. It's just like a smoldering fire. Just like, a nice, like the Peter heater gives off, just a nice little consistent heat.
Yeah, I think that website's looking for writers.
See? Am I getting there?
What's that site? Bourbon.
Oh, Breaking Bourbon.
Breaking Bourbon.
I love Breaking Bourbon.
You could be a writer for Breaking Bourbon.
Yeah, I don't know. I still love the essence of leather-bound books. That's still the best.
And freshly cut grass.
Oh, yeah. So that's really good.
That is good. And I've had that before, and I've enjoyed it. That's my son Craig has a bottle, and he brings it over occasionally.
Oh, he does?
Uh-huh. Because I have I have 2 bottles of Weller. I've got that one that I just recently picked up at Minden Meats.
Yes.
Not the full proof. It's
not
the Antique 107.
No.
But I have the Antique 107, and I have the other one that I just recently picked up.
It wasn't Antique's the green label, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought that's what it was there.
No. I've had the Antique 107 for quite a while, and that one's super good, too. I mean, like you said earlier, you haven't had a Weller.
Yeah.
I've not had a Weller I didn't like.
Right.
So, but,
okay.
But it's extremely difficult to find, and thank you for sharing. This
is so much fun. Yeah, appreciate this, Dave. This is great. And getting to try, I love to sample stuff and just see. It's part of the passion. And he's right. He's very passionate about whiskeys as well, and sharing them with people that enjoy it. So we definitely enjoy it, and then we're just passing it along here to our listeners.
Yes, sir.
Our blind tastings have been popular. So this
that episode still, those 2 episodes that we recorded up at Meadow Lake last summer still get quite a bit of hits, and I can't remember the numbers of those episodes off the top of my head, but those are bonus episodes, so you can look them up on our website, wineandwhiskey.com. But we definitely plan on doing that again this summer. We definitely got some more. But in this is cool because this is all unique stuff that's for sure
one-off and stuff. I mean, unless you're going to Michigan and stuff to get some of this stuff, you're not going to get it, or people. And we know people.
Like Kentucky.
We know people, so this is cool. All right, so number three.
Trace.
So far, Weller's my favorite.
That's Spanish, by the way.
Numero Trace. Okay, here you go. Are you ready?
I am.
This is 2020.
Okay.
It's COVID.
2 years old.
GTS, George T. Stagg.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Well, yeah, you have. I have one in my cellar.
Oh, uh-huh.
But mine's an earlier one. But I'm trying to think. I think I paid like $90 or something for that one.
Yeah,
George T. Stagg.
What'd you pay today?
I don't know.
Probably a lot more.
This okay, so this is 130.4 proof.
Shit, we're going back
it's number
to
3.
Okay.
Little more up on the game here. The proofage alcohol. It smells good. That the first one that was 142, I definitely could get some heat in that, but off this nose, I'm not getting it.
This is very mellow, very very mild nose. I mean, really easy.
All right, let's see. Gotta.
Florally.
Oh yeah,
floral.
What is that? That's I'm getting honey. Definitely honey. But there is
Sweeter.
something that's getting like you're getting like
smells like
what's
flowers.
a sweet like I don't know.
Chrysanthemum or something? Or?
I don't know. It's definitely floral, and you're getting some fruit, some bright fruit there.
No, that's a good drink.
And that's sweet. It's got a nice little
got the honey,
that honey sweetness with and it just
little bit of caramel in there, very small, but more honey, very sweet, and I got that floral hit.
Boy, that floral is amazing. It's like you taste it, you get the honey right away, and then it just opens up to like this floral bouquet. Just boom.
Yeah, no.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Right? I like it.
Oh wow, like that's got a good finish. Now I'm waiting for the heat. There's
none.
There's some. I'm getting it down low. It's hitting down low.
I mean, really down low, but
not that low.
I'm not catching it.
Really? Yeah, I get it. I get it down low, but good. Oh man, boy, that's a toss up between the.
That's quite delicious.
All three of those are just really good. I like where this is going. Yeah, there you go. Chris is stealing that one. I'm going to have to see, and that's the fun thing is that I can compare that to the stag that I got in there.
Oh, absolutely.
In the cellar.
Absolutely.
So that would be fun to check out.
Yes, sir.
Let me clear out my glass here. All right, what'd you think of that one?
It was great.
Whew. Man, I'm trying to write down notes here, but...
It just looks like doctor's scribble. You should have been a doctor.
I should have been. Doctor.
All right.
Ooh, excuse me. Okay.
So we got 3 more to go. We're halfway through.
Number 4. Number 4 is a Russell's Reserve 13-year.
Ooh.
114.8. These are all got a little hoo-ha to them. All right, there you go. Scalpel. All right, let's see what we got here.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Smells sweet.
I'm not getting a lot. It's the mildest of the 4 so far on the nose.
Interesting. I'm trying to
vanilla.
Yeah, but
caramel,
but a sharp vanilla.
It is. It's like a Madagascar vanilla.
It's pretty heavy vanilla, but I'm not sure I like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What don't you like? What,
I don't know. It just kind of hits right. It just
hits you funny.
It hits funny.
Hits you in the no spot or what?
No, it's just. I mean, the nose is very mild, and I mean, the first maybe if I cut it, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's neat.
Where did that bourbon touch you, Chris?
Wow,
a big stick figure.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
No, I'm just saying it. You're just like it's you funny.
After a couple more sips, it's starting to smooth out.
Okay, and
it's vanilla a little, but no floral. I'm kind of having a little bit difficulty articulating what I'm tasting, but it's definitely mellowed out as I taste it more.
I'm getting I like it. It's a smooth ride. It's like a butterscotch, a light butterscotch, and then there's I'm giving it a little green apple. There's a little green apple, little tartness there.
Oh, it could
you getting that?
That could be the tartness I'm catching. Yeah,
there is some tartness there, but in all good stuff, and I like it.
Well, it's a dramatically different flavor profile.
It is. It is. So it's light. It's light on the flavor, I would say, compared to the last 3. No doubt about it. The last 3 had, just bam, in your face,
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Well, and that's interesting you say that.
Here we are.
I mean, right on my first sip of this one, it kind of hit me a little, like you said, like I said, a little funny. But I mean, now it's smoothed out, but then the heat's not coming. There's no... This is like you said, it's very even. Ride. It's very even. It's a good drink. It's
see, now you're coming around. You're coming around.
Yeah, well,
you're not going to press charges now.
No.
Okay,
no.
good.
And our donator, he's probably screaming at the podcast episode right now.
Chris, what are you doing?
You don't know what you're doing. You're cut off.
See, and I like it. Just note to self, Dave. Just keep sending them to me. All right.
Get away from there, Lorenzo.
Yeah,
right.
that's nice. I like that. It's going to be fun to come back and revisit these.
You know what's interesting too, looking at them on the table here, the 4 bottles the 4 samples we've tried here, the color is almost the same for all of them. I mean, bottle number 1 is a little lighter than the other.
Yeah, you're right. It is very similar.
So I mean, if we were to do this blindly right now, we wouldn't be able to differentiate too easily because of color variations.
You can see number 1 actually, which was the hottest, is the lightest.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
number 1 looks the lightest,
and the darkest, which is 13-year age. Well, that makes sense.
Right, sitting in a barrel.
Well, yeah, picks up every last bit of that. But okay.
Yeehaw! 2 more to go.
Yeah, compared to the flavor bomb of the Mattingly.
Yeah, for sure.
But and then the Weller was good. So right now, if you had to pick your number 1 pick out of those 4, what would you go? You got Mattingly number 1, Weller 2, Stag number 3.
I'm gonna go with Stag.
You're gonna go Stag. That one just that one.
I have to acquire.
Blew your socks off.
I need to acquire.
It was nice. That was nice. I want to compare it to the Stag that I have.
Oh, absolutely.
And see.
We'll do that another night.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a school night. It's a school night, children.
It is. Okay, so moving on. So now this one I've been wanting to try, and I know another friend of ours named Dave from Code Nelson picked up a bottle of Nulu. This is Nulu straight bourbon whiskey, but this is toasted. And I love the toasted.
We had a toasted over when
we did at Basil Hayden. So Horton had Horton had the Basil Hayden toasted. I've been wanting to try that, and that
was candy in a bottle.
I'm telling you, if you guys can get a hold of that, and gals,
yep,
you won't be disappointed. That is like marshmallow fun campfire magic right there.
And I could have grabbed a bottle of that when we were at Minden Meats.
Yes, I know. We looked at it, and I asked Kevin, the owner, I'm like, hey, what's the story in this? He goes, oh, no, that's a good one. I mean, they're all good.
They are all good.
But I was like, well, I'm getting some of these rare ones that cost some money, so I'm going to have to throttle back. Okay, so this is Nulu straight bourbon whiskey, toasted.
I've never had this.
This is merchant store pick again. You know, these store picks, because obviously Dave knows people. So let's see the Nulu and $1.20 here.
Ooh, still stand. So we're not going to see anything below 100 on this taste.
No. That's caution for pussies. All right. Nose. Getting a little vanilla on the nose.
Yeah. What's the age of this? Is this just That's really smooth.
I don't know what the age is.
A little vanilla, a little bit of...
Wow, that just keeps going, too. It like the flavor just keeps doubling up. Definitely the vanilla, caramel, just on high.
And the toasting. I mean,
I'm even going to give this a little fig on the finish.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got some fig going on.
I taste a little smoke, obviously.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I wasn't going to say anything to see. It definitely at the very beginning, when you first tasted it, it's got that smoke Scotch-esque.
Mm-hmm.
But not, I mean, it's like a really light smoke.
No, this is
like it's
pleasant.
It's like a filtered Marlboro smoke. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
No.
It brought me to the when Spalding's going around drinking all the finished drinks at the table there at Caddyshack, and somebody's got their cigarette in that one.
Oh God!
Oh boy!
Man.
Come on, man!
Come on, man!
No, it is. It's a good. I got the smoke immediately. I smelled a little vanilla, tasted it, got a little smoke, but I have trouble describing it as smoky because this is not a smoky.
No.
This is not
very
smoky
light.
at all.
It just enhances the whole experience. It's quite good.
It's like a smoke because of the caramel.
Yeah,
it's like toasted caramel. Wow. That's really good. Nulu.
Well, that's a nice one. I've never had that. I like it.
I've seen the bottle. I've never partook before, so that was a new one on me.
Wrap up the evening with one of those. That'd be, or right after dinner, if you had a couple of cookies or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Vanilla. I'm writing down some notes here. Nose, and then light smoke. Caramel. Burnt caramel.
It's not burnt.
It's not burnt. It's toasted.
Toasted.
I don't know if you can toast caramel, but
sure, why not? You can do whatever. You can smoke it, burn it,
right?
Blow it up, launch it with a rocket.
You and your rockets.
Fuck it, rocket.
Okay, last one. Here we go.
All right,
All right, so this one is another one that I've seen on the shelf. Well, not this particular one, but this brand I've seen on the shelf, reasonably priced, and of course with the what is that? Paramount Yellowstone.
Oh, the television show.
Yeah, the crazy
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Hold on to your seats. Going to give you anxiety television show.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's crazy. I binge watched it. I recorded them all over Thanksgiving. They had a marathon, so I recorded them all. And over the past couple months, I've been watching that to get caught up. And it's for somebody that does not watch TV or series or anything like that, I highly recommend it. It's crazy, and I love the West and cowboys and Indians and
see any naked women?
There's you get a few shots here and there.
Cool.
Not like Skinamax though.
No, I don't have.
It wasn't like Skinamax. All right, so back to this. This is a Yellowstone Merchants Gourmet.
Merchants Gourmet.
This is a store pick. $1.09. $1.09. Oh, so this is our lightest one of the evening here.
Yeah, by 1 point.
Yep.
Another honey.
That's a big honey there. Winnie the Pooh would be happy with that one.
A lot of honey.
It's
caramel honey. Getting some botanicals, floral scents again.
Oh yeah. Am I getting a little, I dare to say it.
Coffee. Almost some coffee in there.
I'm going hint of a little cinnamon nutmeg.
Okay.
Just very, very light at the end. It coats your mouth very well. It's smooth.
No,
it's velvety.
It's
this one's
smooth,
velvety.
Easy drinker. Nice texture in the mouth. Good
light
mouthfeel.
And you're definitely. I hate to say $1.09, but it's the lightest of the ones we had of the evening, and it's. But it's got a.
God, what is that?
Something's lingering at the end.
Yeah, I'm getting that now.
You're getting that little spice, or a little cinnamon, just kind of hanging on.
Yeah.
It's just kind of hanging on there at the end.
That's a nice finish.
You like that?
I like it.
You like that? Happy finish?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Tyler.
Wow. And I'm making notes here just for
really good bourbons or whiskeys.
Yeah, I would assume, let's see, this is bourbon, Weller. Yeah, definitely 6 whiskeys, and pretty much all. I'm going to go with bourbons for 500, Alex.
All right. No, that was
excellent.
All quite good.
Dave, thank you so much. That's quite a treat to try these because these are bottles that just aren't on the Bevmo Total Wine and More shelf.
No,
that the common folk like us are going to procure.
Nope.
These are ones that you got to know somebody in the industry.
You have to go to the Locked Barrel or something to find it.
Exactly. Or you're going to a bar that or like a Minden Meats or somewhere that
specializes
does barrel
bourbons.
purchases.
Yeah.
and it's awesome. So these are super unique, super good. Wow, very thankful, grateful.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much.
That was special. So again, Dave Taylor, MX Racer 093 on the gram.
That's right.
Look him up. He was going to be at KOH, but unfortunately couldn't make it. Hopefully we see him next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
At KOH or another race. He's in that Kentucky, Tennessee area, I believe. So,
tear down in Tennessee.
Tear down for what? What if maybe we can go visit him when we visit that spiky-haired guy, Ian?
Maybe.
That would be good.
We got to get some money in the bank.
We're gonna need like we're gonna need like 5 or 6 days to do all these tastings that we want to do there.
Yeah,
got to pace yourself.
A couple more days to sober up.
Yeah, pace yourself, soldier. I'm pacing myself, sir.
I notice you're always last, soldier.
I'm pacing myself. Well, thank you again. Very cool. And we just made a small little. We drank like a fifth of these little bottles. I don't know what they hold. They're
200 milliliters, maybe.
I don't know. They're
maybe not even that.
They're about 3 inches tall, and about an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch in diameter, and it's probably like a cup. I would say that's like a cup of whiskey.
I don't know, but we have plenty more for more tasting.
Yeah, we do.
Sure.
Yeah, we do. And I would like to. We should do is like I say, get some of the other ones I have, and we could do, and then like any
Weller,
bottles
we can compare the
Weller.
the
Weller, and then I could get my George out, T Stag and C, and that'd be a fun little deal, a little blind tasting and see
something for the future.
But awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. I put a note in on Lorenzo's desk to send you some swag.
Yes, sir.
Because we do like to reciprocate.
Make it happen, Lorenzo.
And maybe I can find something to send back to in the liquid form that you might enjoy that maybe you don't have on your shelf that I have.
We'll see.
Because I have a couple special bottles here in front of us that E.H. Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
From Minden Meats.
Yes, sir.
That would be a good one there. Got some Frey Ranch. I don't know if he's had Frey Ranch yet, but that's one of our.
That one's got some kick to it.
Love the Frey Ranch. That we got the straight, the rye, and the regular.
125 proof.
Yeah. Woo. So, anyways, it'll be good to share bourbons for buddies.
Absolutely.
Let's
bourbons
keep it going.
Buddies. Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I think we've had fun doing this, and hopefully we'll do it again soon.
Right on. All right. Well, till next time.
We're out.
And feel free to send us bourbon.
I jumped the gun.
You did.
We're out.
Well, how did you like that little bourbon for buddies?
I may have been a little bit messed up afterwards.
We just had a tiny bit. I mean, literally between
6 tiny bits.
Yeah, but 6 tiny bits was literally like 2 fingers of whiskey is what we ended up having.
Probably, but
it was just a little taste. I didn't want to go too much on each one because then your palate goes south. So
exactly.
we did a small tasting. So we had a realistic, good, just blow out your tongue taste buds on the first couple. So
no, it was definitely awesome, and I want to thank Dave Taylor for sending those.
Super cool. Thank you, Dave. We sent you a little care package, which you should have in your hands by now.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoy that. There was a bunch of random shit in there. A lot of cool stuff and some random shit. So hopefully you enjoyed it because we enjoyed this, and it's super cool.
And we look forward to the next care package.
Again, we talk about this podcast and how we've met different people and got to interview, and just it's cool. It's just and to have somebody like Dave that just sends us some very unique 6 unique bourbons, whiskeys here is super cool, and we're super appreciative of that. And anybody else that wants to send us, just DM me. I'll give you my address, and you can send it.
That's right. I mean, in the future,
and we share, we reciprocate.
Absolutely.
We give till it hurts, but we also, we'd like to receive.
We love to receive. We're takers and givers.
Okay, there you go.
So in the future, we still have more product to try.
We do have a box that we've had for a while when I was sober.
That's right.
For 128 days.
128 days. We're going to bust that box open in a future, not too distant future episode.
No, we got to do that.
Because we owe this to a very good friend of ours.
Yes, we will. We will dedicate that to a special occasion.
Absolutely. So look forward to that.
Special episode.
So yeah, I don't know what else we can talk about on that, but
how about our patrons?
The patrons.
We got to thank our patrons.
Absolutely.
Because they make this possible.
They do.
They help paid for our board and microphones and Lorenzo's hay.
Some of our bourbon.
Yeah, some of the bourbon.
Some of Lorenzo's bourbon.
Lorenzo's drinking again apparently.
Goddamn freaking jackass.
He's moderating like I am. Moving forward.
He doesn't want another COVID test.
No, he doesn't. He did not like that COVID test. That was, that wasn't good. Our patrons, thank you very much. We truly appreciate it. And we are, how do you become a patron, Chris?
Well, you can go to www.
Not necessary, but we do appreciate it.
No, it's not necessary, but we certainly would appreciate if you feel like, hey, you know what? It's coming up on tax returns.
Okay, what does that mean?
If you get a nice return, you feel like throwing.
You get money back.
Some people do.
How do you do that? Me. I need to check with your CPA.
I don't get
my
money
CPA
back. I've been owing the
charges
last few
me
years.
money, and I owe more money.
But if you do happen to get a return,
California,
we would love to have some of that.
Okay. Wow. Okay. There you go.
Again, not
there
necessary, but
just throwing it right out there.
But you can go to www.patreon.com/Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, and you can that'll bring you right to our page there. And
okay.
We have 3 tiers: a 20, a 10, and a 5, and all that's explained on that page. If you also go, you can also get to the Patreon page from our homepage, wheelingwineandwhiskey.com, and there's a tab where you can click on that. It'll take you to Patreon also.
So at the $20 tier, we after 3 months, right, we send you a custom gas can flask that has the Old Elk logo in the center of it, and then you can customize your whatever you want at the bottom. We've had
laser etched. Yep.
Yeah, we've had names, your name put on it, which is pretty standard, straightforward. And then we've had people that have gotten very creative.
Like Toyota suck. No Fireball.
Fuck 2020. Yep. That was Amber's.
That's right.
There was there's quite a few. No Fireball. There's some funny ones out there. Jackass. So
you can do something mundane like your name too.
Well, yeah, and it's nice. So Lee Lim has helped us out at Solve Function.
Absolutely.
Also, now the podcast megastar.
I know, right?
Cruising to camp.
It's like
he's just solo.
He's just
wrangling this thing in.
I don't know what his secret is.
So he has graciously labeled those with his label or his laser etcher, I should say.
That's right.
So that's super cool. We appreciate our patrons. So if you want to throw a few dollars our way, we totally appreciate it, and we put it to good use. But if not, and you just want to listen in, and then that's fine too. We appreciate all our listeners.
All of our episodes are free.
They're all not all of them. There's some Patreon only content out there that's crazy,
and there's some new stuff coming too.
Yeah, there's some stuff that needs to come out, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do with this podcast clash that we had down there at
that's what I was talking about.
There's some good stuff. You sent me the raw. I'm about halfway through the raw, and it is raw. It's hard to listen to.
It's rough,
but there's some good stuff in there that we could edit and make a really good probably about 20 minutes worth of good
or 5
good content, maybe 5, I don't know. But there's some good funny stuff, and oh my gosh, what we had Snail Trail. So Tyler and Jimmy, of course, we had all the Trail Chaser guys. That's how this all started.
Exactly.
And then Lee Lim, and then you and I, And it was. And then some of our patrons in there, and
Mike should have been there, but
Mike should have been there,
show.
but he was busy with his Arizona boys burning a quart of firewood or something.
Quart of wood. Yep.
But great. That was a great time.
So if you want to listen to that, you'll have to be a patron.
Is that what it's going to be, patron
I think
only?
So.
It was pretty harsh.
We'll have to see.
It was pretty harsh.
We'll have to see.
But anyways, good stuff. What else, Chris? We got some merchandise on our website.
Don't forget about our merch. We're all, it's, again, we have, you go to our webpage, wheelingwineandwhiskey.com, and with help from
Dirtbag Johnny.
Dirtbag Clothing, you click on the merch link, and it takes you to our page that you can find our T-shirts, our hats, sweatshirts, koozies,
the good magnetic koozies.
So mega koozie.
We've almost handed out all of our version 1, 2, and 3s. All 1's gone. 2's gone. I think 3 is what.
3's the mega.
Oh no, 3. Okay, so 1 is definitely gone. So version 2, I have maybe 20 left. But I
might have about 10.
I've been handing those out when we see people, and I'm like, hey. It's a disclaimer. It's like, hey, these are not our ultra mega koozies that stick to everything. I mean, James and Rhonda have had those on the side of their rig going all the way to San Hollow and back, all the way to KOH and back on the freeway.
To pull his dents out too.
But I do have to say they do have a Dodge, so they're not going as fast as Ford's down the highway.
God.
So maybe version 2 would have held on to their rig. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe. But anyways, So
it wouldn't be
version
the mega
3,
koozie. No version would stick to the side of your Ford.
No, it won't. It's a Luma Duty. Coors Light can.
Non-ferrous.
Yeah, non-ferrous metal. You're right. It doesn't stick there. But anyways, so version 3 is on the website.
It is,
and it does work very, very well. It has been rollover tested a couple times.
Right.
Not on purpose, but it has been tested and does work. So
rollovers do happen off road.
They do happen. Little flops. Little flops. Little happy flops.
So anyway, yep. So go to our website. There's a lot of great information there. You can find all of our episodes, and and if you want to get a hold of us, you can call us.
Yeah, give us a call.
408.
Got a call in a while.
800-5169.
That's right. 408-800-5169 is our phone number.
Right.
And leave us a message at any time of the day.
Good messages, bad messages. We want to hear it all.
Yeah.
And if you have ideas for shows, or if you want to suggest something for whatever.
Or just call in and say Toyotas suck. That would be fine.
We'd like to hear that too. Yeah, for sure. So you can also send us emails, Jason or Chris at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. You can also send Lorenzo an email at lorenzo@wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. And don't forget about the gram, which Jason runs, and that's Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
Yeah. I've been going through editing KOH stuff and getting more and more data out there. So content, and it's been fun. There's so many great memories.
There's a lot of great memories, and
some pictures I can't show.
Well, there's so much content that's still filtering out. Whether it's our good friend Andy with his photographs.
Oh man, he got some killer photos.
Didn't he though? I mean, and of course, then people are following up with their race recaps. Like Arturo just posted his, and I think Derek Miller posted one, and then I think Shannon posted one, and I mean, so you're starting to see the stories about what went on with
good
some
videos,
of the cars, and Levi, I think Levi posted posted some stories too.
So Temp Media, I did do the story on that. It's gone, but I should put it in Reels so it lives on in infamy. The Temp Media guys, we met 3-4 years ago now. Anyways, they're contracted by Monster.
Okay.
So Temp Media put together a video for Monster, and right at the opening is Ray going down during the golf cart recovery, where he falls in the hole, and I'm on the video I'm to his right, but when I was there, it was like he dropped below into a hole. He lost his footing as this rig was rolling back over the golf cart, and lost his footing, and he ended up right below me. I mean, like 6-8 feet down. I'm like, dude, what are you doing down there?
Yeah, that video went. I don't know if it went viral.
I don't know if it went viral, but it definitely was a great opener. And then during the video, like at the 1 minute 44 second mark, it shows it in slow mo, and it's priceless. I mean, it's funny because Ray didn't get hurt. I mean, he got hurt.
Sore.
Just sore. I mean, it was a fall on rock, but he didn't die.
No broken
Did you die?
bones.
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
Didn't die. But it
he drank it away.
He did. It was funny. It was an unfortunate circumstance, but anyways, I'm glad they caught it. I caught it from the top of the hill. I need to figure out how to edit. Maybe I'll have Kevin Jones, now that he's not racing, he's got time to edit videos and stuff.
He's
got a brand new Mac computer.
Yeah.
I could have Ultra 4 Jones edit this for me, because I have the video from my buggy at the top. And it just looks like he dropped into a manhole. He just disappeared, right? And then, Timp Media got it from the good angle from down below, looking up right at it, and it's good. So I'll have to hit up Kevin Jones to see if
he has no rig. Here. I mean, his tow rig's broken. So
he got it. Yeah. He sold shit. His tow rig's broken.
I think he won the lottery.
No race car.
He's gonna buy a Ram.
Yeah, right, right. Anyways, all right. Well, I don't know. We covered all the bases, I think, and some here.
Oh yeah.
Hope you're enjoying it. Reach out to us. Give us a call. Email.
Wish Jason well.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm still alive, and we have an episode 147. That would be 147. Is that right, Chris?
Jason's return.
Yeah, I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. All right. Hopefully,
all joking aside, you're going to be fine.
Hopefully, well, if not, at least we have 146 episodes that people can go back and hear my wonderful voice.
Wine sale.
My Adam Carolla voice.
Wine sale.
Yeah, there's going to be a wine sale. Oh my gosh. Bourbon
sale.
There's
skis, buggies, cars.
You guys are going to have a field day.
Shit.
Lorenzo, if Lorenzo doesn't drink it all first.
Fucker. All right, on that note, we're out.